Yeah, because I still couldn't for some
Okay.
reason.
Just in case, let me know when you're good.
The
And
player is inviting you to join their session, accepting the invite can lost in possession. Oh yeah, okay. It's talking about progression. Great. Once we get in, hopefully now we can actually cut it to the point where we can play.
I was about to say, it says Frosty has joined.
Ooh, boy. I am in the desert. Hello. I see you.
I don't
Or not physically.
I was about to say, I don't see you, which is the problem.
Oh wow, you are out there.
Oh my god. I'm running to you.
You are in the dunes, my dude.
No, I'm actually next to the waterfall that you can see in the
distance.
distance.
You're over by the what? Oh, okay. That makes sense.
How far out are you?
I was miles away out in the dunes. I'm gonna fight this hog real quick.
Hog killing time.
Hog killing time.
I am still trekking my happy little butt all the way across the dunes.
Me too. I've been sprinting this entire time.
Hey look, there's a yellow power slug hidden in that little broken rock. Only if we had gunpowder. But wait. Hey!
We can soon.
There you are!
No!
Hey, friend.
I was trying to slide to you.
Welcome to the campfire.
We already have iron, and it's a pure node.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, we might as well set our place up here if you don't already have a place set up.
I do not.
I don't actually start with your auto miners.
Well, that is all of my auto miners. Now we both have them.
You should probably grab one of the auto miners and put it on a copper node.
I have no clue where copper is. For now, I'm just gonna
We can find it.
I'm dropping the HUD behind us, and
okay.
If you wanted to spend a quick minute to find copper, I'll get our first iron set up.
But yeah, 400 meters this way.
Oh, no shit, really?
Yeah. We're in the desert. Desert's a great place for resources.
Dude.
It is the worst place to find biofuel stuff.
I was about to say, this is very much so the first I've ever played on this map.
It's all one map.
Gotcha. Wait,
it's
all
like
one... everything connects?
Yeah, you can... Yeah, it all connects. This is just a section of the world.
Oh. Awkward. Okay. Yeah. The way the maps were reading...
Is this an iron node?
Ah.
Oh, there's another pure iron node over here. Move to me. Move your stuff over here to me because it's closer to the...
1 second, I'm trying to get a slug and it's not going well.
Yeah, sorry.
Get up there!
You sound like you're struggling.
I am. I'm not pleased. There we go. Blue power slug.
I like how both of us are really bad at games that aren't built for parkour.
Right. Alright, so I'm moving to you.
Yeah, if you can pick everything up and move it over here. There's another pure iron node over here that's a bit closer to the water. It's a bit closer to the copper node, and it's vaguely closer to what looks like plant matter. I've done a little bit of exploring, but I'm not like super familiar with the map.
Nope, that dog sees me. It is angry.
I could probably figure out our position if I opened the map, but I feel like that's...
Hold on. Angry dog. Alright, angry dog said.
Do you need help?
Nope. We're good.
I can see you, the tiny little speck in the distance running off. How wonderful.
Hey! What's your name?
You're a bitch!
What's your name? What? What's your name? Tony! Fuck you, Tony!
Fucking love that meme.
Oh god, it's so good.
So, yeah, I was going to say this before we got too far into it, but welcome to the campfire. Thank you for joining me.
Oh, I'm so sorry. I ruined your whole intro, didn't I?
No, I don't have an intro plan for this. Dude, go back and watch any of my videos. My intros suck.
You have a little bit of an intro going. Here's our primary iron node.
Okay.
We will use the other one for stuff.
I want leaves. Don't make me note mine. I want leaves.
And the copper is somewhere... is over by the waterfall.
Okay.
I don't know if it's a pure node. I hope it is.
Let's see if there's anything up here. But yeah, part of the reason why I invited you to join me was because I have stories to tell from the last couple of months.
Wonderful.
That we have not been around each other. And
yeah, it's been a struggle. It's a normal node, sadly.
But yeah, also
way,
I
apologize.
missed you, so I missed you, boo.
I'm fighting for my life. All right.
For my life over here.
Fighting for my fucking life over here. Yeah, I missed you too, boo.
So first off, how have you been?
I have been very bored. I have been preoccupying myself with modding primarily, and getting well and over my depth with things I don't understand.
Have you been doing any more?
Making billboards for distance LODs and stuff in game, which I have no idea what I'm doing, and it's just breaking my game repeatedly. So that's fun.
I know what all of those words mean, but it took me about 15 seconds to process them in a coherent,
meaningful manner.
Yeah. On that note, have you been doing any more voice work?
I have not, actually. It's been a bit of a dry spell. I
sad.
did see a couple things that I got marks for. Or rather, they were open auditions that were given out that I might look into, but because I haven't actually done any of them yet, I'm hesitant to say it on an open recording. I don't know if I'm supposed to.
Okay, well, I will not press further. As the other end of that, though, you will absolutely need to tell me once you get them, because I need to support
if I get them.
I need to support my bitch.
My man's be loving me. That is such a pretty waterfall.
Isn't it? That was part of the reason why I picked this one.
I think there's a limestone chunk over there too, and it looks pretty big. We might actually be able to make a decent base over here.
Yeah, one of the other things that I was hoping to do, because I've never actually done it, is build a proper base.
Oh, yeah, I've been doing a lot of that lately. We want quartz before we start doing that so that we can have windows.
Okay. And constructor. Actually,
Ooh,
yes, constructor for now.
Hey, are you gonna put something on our copper node?
Oh, what? Sorry, I realized that I could build an actual miner, so I stopped the portable miners and just did a miner. Hold on, I'm on my way.
I will run to the spot for it.
We have the technology. Oh. We have the power. Should I point it towards us, or just in general? Which way would you like this facing?
I'm not sure it really matters.
Okay. If we do
just
that,
sort of drop it where you want.
I can do.
I just realized that I set up my my quick button, my hotkey, to mute myself, and it mutes myself on Discord, but it doesn't mute myself on Streamlabs. So I have done a couple times where I have muted myself and done like a sniff, like a really loud sniff, because
so you're recording.
I'm a little under the weather.
Everybody in your recording just hears.
Yeah, they're just hearing really loud sniffs every now and again. I apologize for that. Anybody that hears my end of this.
That's the good shit.
Oh yeah.
Get any more of that?
Oh god.
Get more of that oxygen.
That's sweet O2. I should probably be actually doing stuff.
Sweet air.
Why did you start with field research?
Because it expands our inventory, and it drives me nuts how I have to drag something specifically over. It's just a personal pet peeve that I do every single time.
So, how about you focus iron, I'll focus the copper wire.
Sounds good to me.
And I'll just...
Oh, yeah. So, I have some stories.
Oh, boy. Let's hear them.
Okay,
so... Are they state secrets?
If I tell you, I have to kill you. No.
Oh, boy. Please do. Sound fitting.
End me, daddy. Oh, God.
Oh, God. Terms of service.
Terms of service? What?
Getting me all hot and bothered.
Oh. No,
I'm kidding.
I don't believe you.
I feel like I have to say that. I'm kidding.
I don't believe you. That's the problem.
Yeah, go ahead.
So, something I've never mentioned in my previous videos, which you obviously know, but nobody else does, and not that anybody listens to me anyway, is that I'm in the military. And I spend some time training people and whatnot, and I help out with my platoon, and yeah, it's normally a pretty good time. But damn it, are people dumb.
Really dumb, yeah.
So, what I was going to tell you is last time I was we were at the range. I had the pleasure of helping people zero their rifle, which I know you don't shoot that often, but essentially what that is when you look through your iron sights and you take a shot, your shot is going where you're aiming.
Okay, yeah, so it's about what I figured.
Yeah, you're adjusting your rifle to adjust your point of aim, point of impact. And
okay.
we had these two privates, and God bless their souls, they did their damnedest, who could not fucking hit paper.
Oh, boy.
Could not get them on paper at all. And they were there for most of the day on that one specific range. Now, we were shooting M4, we were shooting the M17s, the pistols, we were shooting 249s, we were doing it all, but you had to get through one range to go and do the other familiarization ranges.
Okay.
And I felt so bad because a couple of them were just getting so frustrated, and finally I get down there and I'm like, alright man, you need to run me through what you're doing. And he's like, alright, so I'm getting down, I'm getting my good rest and whatnot, and I'm getting behind the scope. And now we have red dot sights. They look like scopes, but they're not really. There's no magnification.
Magnification.
Thank you.
Gotcha.
There's no magnification in the scope itself. And
yeah, it's more a reticle that goes over your target so that you can more easily identify what you're aiming at.
And all we have is a adjustable red dot against a honeycomb background. And that honeycomb basically prevents the sun from glaring into you and not being able to see jack shit. And he goes, I can't. I get down and then I just kind of I aim and I do my best. And I'm sitting there and I'm looking at him. I'm like, all right, let me see your rifle. I get down, I'm looking through it, and I go, uh-huh. And in that amount of time it took me to sit down, look through the rifle, and look back up, I immediately recognize the problem. And I look back at him, and I go, all right, man, I want you to do me a favor. Can you see the red dot? And he goes, yeah. And I go, really? And he goes, yeah, it's right there. And I go, okay. And I open up this battery case, and there's no battery in the sight.
Oh.
And I go, you've got a hell of imagination. And he goes, it was there, I swear. And I go, I believe you saw something. It was not that sight.
God. Well, I don't have this feeling that this guy is just... He wants it to be there so bad that he's willing it into his own sight.
I was about to say, I think he just wanted to do good so bad that he was completely oblivious to his immediate area. He, God bless him, so we have a lot of issues with the younger kids right now because they went through a COVID basic. And these kids didn't get to do, like, nearly anything that you would expect. Excuse me, I'm burping. So, for example, we have kids who have never zeroed their rifle before, which is something, one of the very basic things they teach you. Normally, you're supposed to have 3 weeks of shooting, and I think they had maybe a week total. And then the rest of it was all classroom social distance based. We have kids who, come to think of it, we have a sergeant who 2 months ago was his first time in the field leading troops, which is a scary thought. But I will say though, it does lead to some funny scenarios.
That's terrifying,
isn't it?
This person is in a point of command, and their first time in the command of a unit is like a week ago. So,
I will say, he is I cannot stress enough just how strong of an NCO he is. I have to think. I don't want to do the man dirty. He's airborne qualified. He's mountain qualified. He's training to go to ranger school. I don't know if he's gonna go for it or not. He's a cop on the civilian side, and he's currently going through the academy right now for that. But it was one of those things where we never even really thought about it, because we never really thought about, COVID started 2 years ago.
That's scary.
It's been 2
I don't
years.
like that thought.
Yeah.
I don't like it.
All right, I think
Feels like it's been like a month and a half.
Doesn't it though? That's the problem. Is it even to us? It feels like a month and a half, and now we're going through and we're trying to plan for all these things, and we're like, all right, yeah, you should know how to do that. And he goes, I've never
even
done
heard of
this.
what you're talking about.
Yeah. Where
Yeah.
are you getting this from? I've never done this. And that was kind of our like pucker factor, oh shit moment of, oh my god, he's never done this. So I mean,
oh boy, that's scary. Coming
So-
from somebody who is not armed forces, knowing that some of the people in that situation are that I guess undertrained, underqualified.
it's not even undertrained or unqualified. It's more so. It really I personally
It's
think
a product of the environment.
yes, the product of the situation and environment, and I can absolutely say that, it's very easy. It was very easy for people to use COVID as an excuse,
Yeah, sure.
and now we're paying for that. But moving on to the other kid with their rifle. So there's a thing that you can do with these red dots called lollipopping, which is
Okay.
if you have zeroed your iron sights prior to putting that scope on, you can adjust the red dot until it sits on the front sight post like a lollipop. And essentially what that does is it gets you close enough to paper that you can then adjust your point A and point of impact for the red dot from there. And we're like, all right, what's your issue? And he goes, nothing. I don't know. I set my gun up. I got everything going. I've got a good sight. I've got a good. Words are hard. I've got a good. I'm also confused as to why this is not connecting for me.
I can give it a look in a second.
No, I was trying to make it pretty, and that's just not gonna happen. So we're just.
Oh, we can make it pretty later.
Yeah. So we're just gonna do this. Anyway, he's like, I've got a good sight press. I've got a good. Oh, that's why it's backwards.
What are you trying to connect and where?
I am trying to connect my smelter to a constructor. And I did not realize I put the constructor in the smelter. I thought I had the smelter backwards, and
I see.
realized now I have the constructor backwards, which is the
You
problem.
had it like curled at a weird angle as well.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
anyway,
The Dunes is definitely a place where you harvest very well, but you should not put an actual factory out here. Ow!
hello, random doggo. Anyway, getting back to it, he's like, I'm not really sure what my issue is. I've got a good sight picture. I've got a good setup for how I'm holding my rifle. I'm comfortable with everything. I'm doing everything the exact same way every time. And so I'm kind of looking at him, and I go, all right, well, let's take a step back here and just battle zero your sights. And he goes, what is that? And I go, oh boy.
Oh boy.
Battle zeroing is taking your sights, turning them all the way down, or turning them all the way to the right, counting how many clicks it goes to the left, and then cutting the difference and putting it halfway. Essentially, you're like a computer, you're putting it back to factory default.
Understood.
And
Sorry, I'm cringing at the fact that this is like cutting into the ground right here, and it just makes my eye twitch looking at it. I'm really sorry.
let's do this then.
Thank you so much. I was gonna ask you, but I didn't want to interrupt your story.
Your OCD's killing you.
Yeah, a little bit.
Anyway, so we put it back to factory default, and all of a sudden I see him messing with his red dot, and I was like, hey, what are you doing? And he goes, oh, I'm lollipopping. I was like, oh boy, no. No, boo.
Oh god.
Leave it the fuck alone. And it turns out the entire day he'd been adjusting his red dot, or just adjusting his iron sights, and then instead of just aiming with the red dot, or instead of just adjusting and aiming with the red dot, he would change his iron sights and then lollipop the red dot to the iron sights. So he never actually...
Oh, boy.
Yeah, so... Which explains why we had to put 3 papers across, 3 papers below, and 2 to the side, 2, like, on the targets next to him, to finally find where he was hitting paper. But yeah.
Oh god, that's embarrassing.
So, I mean, that has been... I got my work cut out for me.
Yeah.